Good morning from the Castle and Suites in Anaheim, California. Today we are going to Disneyland. But first I'm going to get some coffee and breakfast, which I'm going to get at Starbucks, which is where I went yesterday to get some coffee. I'm at Starbucks right now, and that is Disneyland. And we already got our Arla report card for the day. Hiya, Paulette. I love letting my hair flow in the wind. They've been telling me that it's absolutely fabulous. I love it when new people come into the yard to say hi to me. They prefer my dinner over breakfast. Maybe it's because I've worked up an appetite all day. Missing you in paradise. Harlow. Alright, so I got my tea and Brennan's coffee and our breakfast, and I'm going back to the hotel. Just a 5-minute walk later, I'm back at the Castle and Suites. That's where the Starbucks is over there. We're going to eat this in the room and then go to Disneyland. And this is our breakfast. A couple breakfast sandwiches, a pumpkin loaf, and a blueberry muffin. And look at all this candy from last night.
What are we going to do with it?
I don't know. Our suitcase was already 49.5 pounds. How are we going to bring that home?
I don't know.
Good morning, Brennan.
Good morning.
Do you like your coffee?
I love my coffee.
Yeah, we saved some time by grabbing breakfast and coffee outside of Disneyland. Now just the short walk to get there. Yesterday we crossed Harbor Boulevard earlier and walked into Disneyland over on that side of the street. But today, we're crossing the street here. So we're heading through security and into Disneyland. And it is the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. And that's another reason why we're here. There's this huge structure in between California Adventure and Disneyland. The Esplanade. There's the train pulling into the station at Disneyland. And this structure is big. Like, all the pictures that I've seen of it, they don't really do it justice. So we're spending the entire day at Disneyland today. I haven't been back here in years, and I have wanted to see these jack-o'-lanterns in person for years. I've only ever watched other people's videos of these Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. There's Pluto, and Mickey, and Goofy, and Minnie, and Donald. So we're inside Disneyland, and heading underneath the train station. It's a little bit crowded right now, but we're getting here slightly later in the morning. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. So we're gonna go up here onto the train station platform. We've taken the train before, but I don't remember going up here to the train station. Like, did we take the train from another station and then stop here? We did do that, but I don't remember getting on the train from the Main Street station. We're gonna go inside the train station. Yeah, I can definitely say that we've never taken a train station from here. This is the park and the route that the train takes. And it's an updated map too. So what I think we're doing first is going over to Matterhorn, because that was not open last time. This is the other side of the train station. And then here's the Lily Bell, or a model of it. Right now Matterhorn is a 40-minute wait, but we want to make sure that we do it. There's also this huge Mickey jack-o'-lantern pumpkin that I've always wanted to see in person too. Isn't that massive? I love it. Over here is the Walt Disney animatronic. We'll come back to that later. So we are walking down Main Street, passing the massive jack-o'-lantern. The Dapper Dans are performing. This is Disneyland. I saw this a couple days ago, but the castle has snow on it. We definitely want to try new places to eat today for lunch and dinner, hopefully. The very first time that we came to Disneyland, we had to eat dinner here and just got like a hot dog or a corn dog or something at like 11 o'clock because we were just riding all of the rides. So we are going to the Matterhorn. Hopefully the wait time isn't too long, but the weather is beautiful right now. This is something that I wanted to ride. Last time it was closed for refurbishment and it's open. The band is playing here in front of the castle. Look at the snow on the castle. It's too early, it's not even Halloween. Are you ready to ride the Matterhorn, Brennan?
I'm ready.
Me too. This is one of my favorite rides. There are some refurbishments this year too. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is closed. It was closed at Disney World and it's closed at Disneyland. And then also the Storybook Land canal boats are closed and the Casey Jr. train. But we're getting in line to ride the Matterhorn. So it's posting a 35-minute wait. We decided not to buy multi-pass today. So this is our first Disneyland trip where we have not purchased an additional skip the line service. So hopefully that works out for us. There's the monorail. I love the soundtrack over here by the Matterhorns. So here's the park map. In addition to wherever we are, over here the Matterhorn, I also want to do the Columbia because we've never done that, and then go to the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island. After this, I think we're going to go over to Autopia though to ride that, and then we'll head over to Frontierland. This is over by the Nemo submarine voyage, and we're finally about to turn to go back. This is where the ride ends, and this is the loading area. People are coming off of this kind of soaked, and that makes me a little bit nervous. I forgot there was a single rider. That would have been nice. But we're almost done Matterhorn. Should have done the single rider line, I think, because there's nobody in it. So we're going to be in the back row of the Matterhorn. I'm really hoping to get wet. So I'm in the back row, and Brennan's in front of me. There are two sides to Matterhorn. I don't remember the last time we did this side. That hurt though. So we ended up waiting like 20 minutes, I think, for Matterhorn. So I'm happy about that, and then we did not get drenched like other people did. This is the splash down here. See, that's kind of intense. So next we're going to ride Autopia. It's one of the Nemo submarines. I'm not sure if we're going to ride this time.
You'll never go on this again.
I don't know. It made me nervous last time. It was a little claustrophobic. Look how absolutely gorgeous this view is though. Riding into Tomorrowland now around the Matterhorn. I mean, I would totally ride this, but just look at the line, Brennan. I don't know. So this is the Autopia entrance. This is only a 15-minute wait right now. What's this? That'd be fun to ride. One day, they'll replace the People Mover track with something. This is one of the train stations over here for Tomorrowland. There's also one over in New Orleans Square. If they ever announced People Mover returning to Tomorrowland at Disneyland, the collective internet would just go nuts. So we went through this part of the queue, which was interesting. And now we're finally heading down to the load station. I also brought one of these. I bought a bunch of these the other day. I'm pretty sure the last time we did the outside track, so this time we're doing the inside track. All right, we finally got into a car. That took longer than 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, that was rough.
We were like standing directly in the sun. So hopefully this is a relatively new track for us, unless we've done this another time that we've come to Disneyland and completely forgot about it.
What are the odds that we've done the same track every single time we've done
I
this?
don't know. I forget so much about Disneyland. Oh no, Brennan. It's about to get crazy. Why isn't the People Mover a thing? Imagine it going by right now on the monorail and the Skyway buckets. What? Where'd that come from? There's the monorail over there.
Why are you talking like this?
We're going off-road. Woo! And there's the monorail. You're beating the monorail, Brennan.
That's right.
I'm so proud of you.
Fast and Furious over here. Pedal to the metal right now, if you can't tell.
Yeah. This is so superior to our Tomorrowland Speedway. It's not even funny. Come on, Brennan, you gotta beat the monorail. No! Honk back.
Honk.
Almost done, I think. This track is, what, like 2 to 3 times as long as ours? Longer than ours?
And a lot more shape.
And more fun. I think we're coming around the corner to the end. Maybe in just a minute. Can't even keep track of this track. Just, where are we?
I don't know, but I don't care.
6.5 miles per hour, Brennan.
Oh,
I'm watching your odometer.
I gotta slow down.
Look how beautiful this
What does
is.
my odometer say? Step out.
That was cool that we saw the monorail go by, right?
Huh?
That was cool that we saw the monorail go by.
Yeah.
We might actually take the train, I think, over to Bayou Country or New Orleans. There's the Matterhorn. And we've completed our lap around the track. We're watching the queue up here. Look at us! We're just going all the way to the front. So they just opened up this track as we were coming down the stairs. So we did not have to wait in those lines at all. So that was fun. And now we can head over to the train station, which is right there. We did wait for a little bit in line. Of course, there's no line now. But if we take the train over to New Orleans, we can either ride the Columbia and then get lunch, or we can grab some lunch and then ride the Columbia and then go to Tom Sawyer Island. So this is the entrance. Take the train to Main Street, USA, and then New Orleans. We've never taken the train over here. Oh, and it's pulling to the station now. How's that for perfect timing? There's also the Toontown station. I forget that Disneyland has so many stations.
Welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon.
primeval dioramas, which are really cool. We're at the Main Street Station, about to head to New Orleans.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station.
We're going through Adventureland
Just
now.
ahead is New Orleans Square.
Highway to New
This
Orleans.
station also serves Frontierland and Bayou Country.
It was a very short trip to New Orleans. I think we are going to go to the Columbia, and we might come back here to have lunch at Tiana's place. Right now, the Haunted Mansion overlay is making Haunted Mansion, and then Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which was Splash Mountain the last time we were here. Yeah, last time. Brennan, it's Tom Sawyer Island. Pirate's Lair, technically, but it's Tom Sawyer Island in the rivers of America. In the riverboat. I'm sad. I'm not sure how it works with the Columbia, which is right there. I presume they just alternate dispatches. I forgot about the canoes, too. I'll do that again if we can, if we have time. This is the Columbia. Look how massive this ship is. So we're getting in line. Sort of, we're getting into the queue area. This is a huge Disneyland bucket list for me. It's around the Columbia. I never knew you could go below deck here. This is where they do Fantasmic. Did you know we could go below deck?
I do now. See the stairs.
I'm about to pull away from the dock. But Mark Twain is right over there waiting for us to leave. This is Tom Sawyer Island. This is the stage for Fantasmic, which I think at some point you could actually walk around, but probably not right now.
We're just clearing the busy port of New Orleans and beginning our journey into the great American wilderness. Our vessel for this voyage is the proud sailing ship Columbia, the first American ship to carry the stars and stripes around the world. She's a 10-gun, 3-masted merchant ship. It was back in 1787 that she first set sail from Boston Harbor.
So this is New Orleans Square. Pirates of the Caribbean is right there. And Tiana's Bayou Adventure is over there. Haunted Mansion. Brennan wants to go below deck, so we're going to go down the stairs. There's the stage for Fantasmic, and then the Mark Twain pulling into the port. I'll just spend most of the time on the deck, but I'm curious what's down here. Mind by head. Oh, this is really low. Wow. I don't know what I expected, but this is cool.
It is cool.
That was the stern, and
Our
this
fair
is the
ship to
bow.
Columbia was one of the first American vessels to explore the
Brennan.
Pacific Northwest. It was
Wait,
in
no, that was the bow, and this was
1792.
the stern.
Fired a warning shot, so as any curious pirates hiding near the shore will know we are well armed.
Whoa!
Now, that should put some
That's
fear in
scary.
them. Looks like we're safe for now. But I ask all crew and passengers to keep a weather eye out.
Here's the fort.
We don't want the Jolly Roger flying
Canoes.
above this fine ship.
Everyone's watching the cannon, so there's no one below deck right now. But this is the kitchen. And then the quarters, the crewmen, presumably. There's nautically themed stuff on either side here. There are swords, and then rifles. And these are different quarters for the rest of the crew. And then this is the captain's quarters here. Think about what the captain eats. There's the captain's bed. And this is the stern of the ship. Alright, I'm gonna go back above deck here because we should be pulling it up at the port very soon. Can't even go up this way. This was really cool though. I loved being able to do this. This is so low. The ship went around the other side of the island. That's where the train goes, and here's the fort.
Off the
There's so few
starboard
people over
are the
here.
last remains of an old shipwreck, rumored to carry a fortune in pirates' gold.
Oh, this is the pirate's
It
lair.
lies in Smuggler's Cove.
This is where we're going to go next. Probably after we have
All hands
lunch.
on deck.
We're pulling back into the port.
Stand by to go ashore. Crew, it's been a pleasure serving with you aboard the sailing ship Columbia, the first ship to carry the stars and stripes round the world.
Brennan was up here on deck. watching as the ship around the island as I was down there. So I think that we decided we're going to do Tom Sawyer Island now and then do lunch. And I'm wearing the shirt. There's Captain Jack Sparrow just walking around the island over there. And this is the cannon that they fired. And the bow of the ship. And we just got off of the Columbia. I'm so happy. I've always wanted to go on the Columbia. And we did it. These are probably peak Disneyland crowds. It's a 30-minute wait for Pirates. We are going over to a raft to take that over to the Pirate's Lair. There was a delay getting off of the Columbia, which hasn't pulled away yet, and Mark Twain hasn't pulled up at its place. But we're getting onto the raft now, and we're pulling away from the dock. And we'll have lunch right over there in like an hour or so. I think we're both okay with not doing Haunted Mansion overlay this trip, because we've done it so many times.
If it's at a short wait time, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, I'm not against not doing anything. So we're off of the raft, on the island, not able to go up on stage, which that would be really cool. You used to be able to go up there, right? So we have a bunch of different caves we could explore. I want to go up here. I know that we are not able to go into the fort because that is closed. So we'll go up here. This is a really cool bridge. This was really busy last time I think we were here. This is quite a hike to get up here. Can we go up there? We can, right? Maybe we can't. Could we do at one point? Go up there? The hollow part of the tree makes me think that you could go up there. All the Disneyland people are like, you could never go up this tree. I don't know. There's nowhere to really climb in there. There's the Columbia and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's funny that the last time that we came to Disneyland, our Splash Mountain closed and this one was still open, and now here we are on Tom Sawyer Island after ours closed and theirs is still open again. The ships definitely take a shorter route here. There's the castle. Matterhorn right behind it. I'm so bummed that they put snow on the castle.
Matches the Matterhorn.
That's true. Alright, we're going back down from the forts to walk across this bridge and then head over towards the other fort. I guess this is like a treehouse.
Roy's back in his happy place. The Mark Twain in the background. Tom Sawyer Island.
I feel like Fantasmic is what's keeping their Tom Sawyer Island here.
Probably. Like, what would they do if they just decided to cancel it?
I also wish we had stuff like this, like our Tom Sawyer Island. There's this cage of bones down there, and then this is the other side of the Fantasmic stage, which is blocked off down there. I guess we can go this way.
I've never heard so many people scream from Tiana's than I have today.
I mean, you get soaked on this Tiana's, I think. Took some pictures, and now we're gonna go across the Barrel Bridge. I'm filming Brennan. Oh god. This one actually, like, goes into the water a little bit. Ow! Hit my elbow. Don't fall. I miss the Barrel Bridge so much. Back in Magic Kingdom. There's a cave here. You wanna go in it? I'm gonna go for it. This was a very small little cave that we entered in over here. I think there's like treasure over here. Pirate's Lair Island, who would have guessed? Is there a skeleton in there? This was really narrow. Get out of here. Oh, there's this way too. I'm gonna go that way, yeah. I don't know where we're going, but I'm excited about it. This is just so narrow. Wow. You can do it, Brennan. Yay! We don't have to go back down that way. Oh my god. Was it worth it?
Scary.
So I think we can just go back down the stairs over here. I hope. That was fun. There's a little spyglass. And then over here is where you can get in the canoes. People really are screaming on Tiana's. Alright, yeah, we're going across this bridge. Over here, this is the closed fort. It's been closed for decades. I wonder if people have the same nostalgia for this Tom Sawyer Island, like I do. I imagine they do. This is another cave, which is just as tight. Oh god. Okay. There we go. Whew. That's where I came out of the cave. And there's Fort Wilderness, which I think just on the other side of this is the Pirate's Treasure. There's the train. There are the canoes and the Columbias coming around the corner. This is the other side of Fort Wilderness. And then the Pirate's Treasure. Oh man, there was an escape tunnel here too. There are multiple escape tunnels over here, I think, from Fort Wilderness. Picked up at the Shoot the Cannon again. This is the Pirate's Treasure. The very back of the island. There it is. That's scary if you don't know that's coming. I love the details, like this abandoned track that goes into a cave over there. I appreciate that their Tom Sawyer Island is pretty quiet. And we wanted to make sure that we did this before we got too late because the Columbia and then this island closes pretty early. This is something that you would absolutely hit your head on. That's the cave that we went through. That's the cave. So does this look like Tom Sawyer Island here at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Much better representation.
It's finally accurate.
Cool. The Columbia is passing us again. That might be the highlight of my day so far. That's the treehouse, and then the bridge that we crossed, and we're looking for a water bottle refill station, which should be over here. So this is the other side of the stage for Fantasmic, which is closed. So this says that it's the wrong way, but this takes us back over to the other side of the island. It's very dark in here.
Here's your change. I could use a more lively cellmate.
Going back to this cave was probably not the best idea. There's a couple of projections. Gold and stuff and skeletons.
I think this is touch activated if you try and grab the gold.
Really?
Yeah, try and grab it.
Ignore him, mate. You're just trying to get a rise. Who dared steal my gold? It was you! Go on, find your own treasure! How was that?
He said, how was that?
Oh, I like him.
I think that he was like, what was that?
So there's this really small cave. Passage. Came to that little cavern. This is the chest of Davy Jones. I miss Tom Sawyer Island so much. But at least we get to come here, I guess, right? Alright, let's have to get some lunch, I think. That was Dead Man's Grotto, and that was cool. Very dark. Are we going to make this raft? We made the raft. We have to wait for the Columbia to pass by. So we got off of the raft from Tom Sawyer Island, and we're going over to Tiana's palace, where I put a name of order. I think I'm going to get a mint julep, which those should still be over here. So this is where we can get the mint juleps, as well as the nickel-shaped beignets, but we got beignets with the mobile order. So I got the mint julep, and I'm going to go inside, get the food now. So right inside the door is Tiana. And this is the mobile order pickup. They're playing the 70th anniversary Disney song right now. Celebrate happy. We have a table outside, and when Disneyland says mobile order, they mean mobile order. So this is my shrimp doughboy, southern style dusted shrimp with lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on toasted New Orleans French bread with remoulade sauce served with red beans and rice and house-made pickles. And then Brittany got this muffaletta sandwich served with red beans and rice and house-made pickles. We got cornbread there, and then the beignets for dessert. So these are the classic beignets as opposed to the Mickey beignets, dusted with powdered sugar and honey drizzle. And then here's my mint julep. So we sat right over there, and this is the inside of Tiana's palace. It looks beautiful. So now I think we're going to go to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's right here. So this is the queue for Pirates, which goes all the way down. So we have to enter in over here somewhere, then go down and come back. So it's a 35-minute wait now. The line goes all the way back, almost to Tiana's palace, and then turns around and goes, I don't know, over the bridge. The last time we came a couple years ago, this was behind Scrim, so we'll probably do this maybe later. We have to go back down here and then underneath the bridge. This hasn't taken too long, so I'm feeling optimistic about it. This line is so weird. It's weird, but it's also pretty cool. We're about to head inside. This didn't take that long. This is the weirdest part of this attraction. The floats are just right there. We're pretty much on the loading station. Alright, and we are on the Pirates of the Caribbean. Past the Blue Bayou restaurant.
I tell you what, Captain Jack Sparrow, you'll never find the treasure without a look at this here map and this lovely key to the
What's the keys knocked among your swamp? Can't you reach any further, you stumbling Bill Dread?
Yo-ho, a Paris life for me. A toast to Paris and its many shiny rewards.
Pirates of the Caribbean. It is so significantly superior to ours. It's not even funny. This is the load and upload area for Pirates of the Caribbean. Just this entire Pirates ride attraction is just so different. I forget this exits in New Orleans. Now there's no extended line for Pirates of the Caribbean. How do you like that? So now Brennan is going back to the hotel.
I have been feeling off. Oh my god, Jack Skellington!
Well, that was interesting. Jack Skellington just walked it next to us. So you're going to go take a nap.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I have not been feeling the best this morning, and I thought I could push through, and I can't. So I'm gonna go take a nap, refresh, and then we're gonna finish the night strong. Woo!
And I'm gonna go to the canoes. And then we're going to do hopefully a lot of other stuff when you come back. We've never done this before, but we are so close to property that it'll take Brennan like probably 10 minutes to get back to the room. So I'm still at Disneyland because there are things that I want to do that Brennan was okay missing out on. Mostly the canoes. The Columbia just docked over here, so I'm glad that we did that. This is such an impressive ship. But I'm going to the canoes, which is on the other side of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is the Haunted Mansion with the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. And I've heard that this version is superior to ours in Orlando. I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure how different it could be compared to ours, because our Splash Mountain was better than Disneyland Splash Mountain in Walt Disney World. But this is where I can get in line to ride the canoes. These are the Davy Crockett Explorer canoes. And I love that they still have this at Disneyland. I'm doing all of my Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island stuff today. Alright, picking up an oar here. That boat is leaving and another canoe is pulling in. I'm in the canoe waiting for, I wanted to say Liberty Bell, the Mark Twain to go by, and Brennan is almost back to the hotel.
Good afternoon! Your inside hand is going to be on the knob of the paddle, your other hand's going to be close to the blade. On a count of 3, stick it in the water and pull. No standing, no switching seats! Only a fool stands up in a moving canoe. Look at the guy there.
He's actually eating it.
Jack, you want to join us?
Oh,
wow! Okay. All right, real quick, then before I sit down, guys, when you come to the most surface part of the river, it's called full public view.
I want to see the captain come up again. Jack Sparrow.
All right, you guys are doing great. You can stop. Smiling, that is. Keep paddling. We're almost done. Whoa! I didn't realize that.
That was so much fun. That was difficult to do while trying to record on my phone. That was a workout, but one of the most fun things to do at Disneyland, which I'm convinced at some point I won't be able to do again. So Brenda made it back to the room before I even finished a lap around the Rivers of America. So she's gonna take her nap and then meet back up with me in a little bit, I hope. Across from the canoes is Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and then Winnie the Pooh. We can wait for Brennan to do Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so we'll do Winnie the Pooh, which I don't think I've ever really waited for this in like a standby line. Like it's always been like a walk-on. This ride loading outside will never not be weird. That took like 5 minutes anyway. I like the perspective that we're just going into this house. Like you can't see the ride building.
Look, Mama, look! I'm a pirate! It's on Tiger Room!
gracious! What a wonderful dream! Oh boy, it's your birthday!
Happy birthday, Boo!
Well, that was fun. Just a couple minute ride. Walking across the little Pooh Bridge here. It goes into Bayou Country, which used to be Critter Country. So this is the entrance to Tiana's, and then Galaxy's Edge is this way. No, it's not. This is a dead end. Back over here. Galaxy's Edge is that way. But Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore are meeting. I come to Disneyland every like 2 to 3 to 4 years, so I mess up sometimes. I'd love to ride this at night. I think Tiana's is a much preferable experience at night. So I think I might go take the train over to Toontown. This is how to get to Galaxy's Edge, but I'm gonna turn around. This is a pathway that I've never noticed before. This is across from Tiana's Haunted Mansion. I can just walk over here. Cool. This is above the splashdown for Tiana's. And this is where the Columbia's docked. If that was a Disneyland regular, this would be my place. Over here it is secluded and in the shade. And then this being docked here is incredibly cool. Look how close you can get to this. I can touch it. I'm just mesmerized by this ship and how beautiful it is. So I go to take the train. I don't know when I'm going to ride until Bernie gets back. There are rides that we definitely want to ride together. There's this plaque about the riverboat. And then another one over here about the sailing ship Columbia.
Your dad probably.
That's so interesting to me. Alright, I'm going back down the stairs and over to the train. Just probably pulling up any minutes. I don't know if you'll be watching Fantasmic tonight, which again happens here. Whenever we take a Disneyland vacation, we always try to be strategic and plan it around scheduled maintenance or refurbishments or big ride openings or closures, and I feel very fortunate about the trips that we've taken to Disneyland, but I'm getting in line for the railroad because I want to go around the rest of the railroad track around the rivers of America. It's kind of interesting taking the front-facing train on the way to the station and now facing the outward-facing train to go around to Toontown.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're now entering the Bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I haven't even walked past Big Thunder Mountain Railroad yet, which it is closed at the moment. What stinks is that this opens like next week after we leave. This is another one of the entrances into Galaxy's Edge.
As we pull into our next station, we ask that you remain seated until the train comes to its full and complete stop. This is Toontown Depot.
Alright, I made it to the East Toontown station. The station's over by the Fantasyland Theater, where we saw Mickey the Magical Map the first time that we ever came to Disneyland, and we loved it. So I'm going into Toontown. This is over by It's a Small World, and then Matterhorn is like right there. We don't need to ride It's a Small World, even though it's better than our version, because it goes outside. I don't know. I want to focus on the dark rides. So I'm just going to walk into Toontown, and then I might go back to Fantasyland and do the teacups, because we've never done the teacups, and I've always wanted to do the teacups here at Disneyland because they're uncovered. Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway is another ride that we have back in Orlando, but the queue is really cool here. We spent a pretty good amount of time here on our last trip. I just wanted to walk around. Goofy's How to Play Yard is popular right now, and there's Goofy. And you can meet Minnie Mouse over here in her house, and Mickey Mouse in his house. I don't know if Donald's over in his boat. But walking through Mickey Mouse's house does give me a lot of nostalgia because his house was in Toontown in Magic Kingdom. I'm not going to walk around the entire house because this is the meet and greet for Mickey Mouse. But I do miss this in Magic Kingdom so much. This is Mickey's living room. I can hear Roger Rabbit in Mickey's answering machine. It sort of dates this. Pretty sure that I showed a lot of this last time. Just all of the memorabilia in here. There's Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. These pictures. It is so difficult to try to walk through this house right now. It is so popular. This is Pluto's bed, and then the washroom. I'm probably going to be turning around here in a minute. I already came out of the side door over there. I'm going to go back to Fantasyland. This is Mickey's garage, which is the exit for the meet and greet. I wish they would bring this back to Magic Kingdom. It just has so much charm. There's Clarabelle. And here's Mickey's car. And in the very back of Toontown is Chip and Dale's coaster, which we've never ridden this. So I brought this, and if I actually record on this, it might look like a video did when I came to Magic Kingdom back in the 90s. I don't know if that turned out, but that was fun to do. I also brought this little keychain camera to take vintage pictures. There are a ton of options back here for food. I don't know if we'll be eating dinner here or if we'll be coming back to Toontown because we want to do a lot at Disneyland. Just wanted to walk around Toontown before getting back into the park. This is where you can pretend to break out of jail. This is Roger Rabbit's. And we'll see if we come back to do this one. I really want to go to the dark rides in Fantasyland. Did that not work? Now it's going. Cool. Fireworks exploded. It is only a 30-minute wait for Roger Rabbit's though. Alright, I'm back here. We might not be back to Toontown tonight, so I'm going to ride it. This doesn't really look like a 30-minute wait. I don't know. I don't remember the line for this. Okay, maybe it is a 30-minute wait. I've also never seen this movie, and every time I come to Disneyland, I try to remind myself to watch this movie, and then I don't. This queue is cool. Oh, I'm more entertained by the queue than the ride. This is awesome. And this is where the queue ends. I'm waiting for the text me.
And I don't have to tell you Toontowners that green dip is bad news.
Now, I don't know if I've ever ridden this without Fast Pass. I actually don't know how far away the load platform is. This is incredible. This is part of the ride right here. This is one of my favorite things. Actually seeing this view. I'm just so impressed. Just the down and backs of a regular queue. The line's moving a little bit slowly, but I actually like being in this line. Oh man, I'm about to get on the ride. I'm so excited for none of this to make sense because I haven't seen the movie.
Holy smokes, Roger! We made it! You don't get away with this pouring that dick, boy. One time.
Whoa! There's the queue! And over here too!
Danger! Danger! Warning! Warning! Danger! Danger! Warning!
Hey! Let go of me!
Trying to spin, but I'm going through this entire ride sideways, pretty much. Roger Rabbit. And I've seen the movie in little snippets, just not the entire thing. I love Toontown. I'm glad that I rode that. So Brenna just texted me, so we need to meet up with her at some point. I don't know if I have time to do the teacups maybe, or Buzz Lightyear. This is the parade route for Paint the Night, which we'll be seeing later. I'm going past the Matterhorn. I think it'll go over to Tomorrowland to do Buzz Lightyear and then come back to teacups maybe with Brennan, because that would be just really cute. This is the construction for the Storybook Land Canal boats and the Casey Jr. train. And then this is Fantasyland. This is a ride that I've always wanted to ride with Brennan at night because the lights are absolutely beautiful. And there's a bit of a line right now. We'll absolutely come back to ride Alice and then all the dark rides by the castle. I'm walking this way around the Matterhorn into Tomorrowland. And then I'll come out by the Astro Orbiters. Alright, Brennan should be leaving in a minute, so I have time for Buzz. This is back over by Autopia and the Nemo submarines and the Advantage People Mover track load station. It's crazy that this is my first time over here by Space Mountain today. The Buzz Lightyear is right over here across from Star Tours. And then there's the Astro Orbiter. This is cool. It's a Friday night, so it feels very busy now. Astro Blasters is posting a 20-minute wait. So I'll have time to do this and then go meet with Brennan at the front entrance. It's so weird walking underneath this thing that used to be the People Mover and the Rocket Routes. I'm waiting in the extended queue outside of Tomorrowland. This is weird. Alright, I'm about to head inside. This is a little bit awkward. Poor Buzz. It actually did not end up taking that long, maybe like 15 minutes. So this is the type of ride that we're getting in Magic Kingdom, where we can actually pick up a blaster, which I'm excited about. I don't know where all the targets are though, so I'm going to do absolutely terrible. I have no idea what I'm shooting at. I'm doing so bad. Zurg! Alright, and we got some points because I blasted Zurg back there a lot because the ride stopped. I think they like our Buzz Lightyear better than this. Although this is pretty cool. I don't know, this is a fun ride. Definitely. Just realized I never spend this entire time. I got 46,000 points. Alright, time to meet up with Brennan. And the sun has pretty much set. It is a challenge to get around people now. It is busy at Disneyland. Look how beautiful Main Street looks at dusk. And Brennan is right outside the gate. I think that this is the local theme park crowd arriving to Disneyland on a weekend. It's just been an obstacle to get out of the park. I'm trying to be quick because I have Brennan's ticket. And I'm outside of Disneyland and Brennan is somewhere over here. And look who I found!
Brennan's back, alright!
Hi, Brennan!
Hi.
We entered on the other side this morning, and now we're entering over here. So Brennan, we're going to ride Space Mountain and Indiana Jones and all the Fantasyland dark rides.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really cute and fun.
And I'm ready to go this time.
And we're going to watch Paint the Night.
Yay!
Also, I forgot, we want to see the Walt Disney show, the Walt Disney animatronic. This is Walt Disney, A Magical Life. This is the park bench from Griffith Park that we went to the last time we were here. Or one of the park benches. I don't know if this is the park bench. This is a recreation of Walt Disney's apartment in the firehouse outside. We got in right in time before the doors closed. There's some more like Walt Disney exhibits out there.
Well, my greatest reward, I think, is that I've been able to build this wonderful organization, and also to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward. You know, I was stopped one day when the little boy asked, "Do you draw Mickey Mouse?" And I had to admit I do not draw anymore. Well, then you think up all the jokes and ideas. No, I said, I don't do that. Finally, he looked at me and said, "Mr. Disney, just what do you do?" Well, I said, sometimes I think of myself as a little bee. I go from one area of the studio to another and gather pollen and sort of stimulate everybody. I guess that's the job I do. You know, there's a lot of satisfaction in developing ideas into realities, but there's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting. We're interested in doing things that are fun, in bringing pleasure and especially laughter to people. But I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse.
Like a bolt out of the blue, Fate steps in and sees you through. One huge upon the star, your dreams come.
Yay, we saw the Walt Disney animatronic, and that was basically, well, tripping up the stairs, that was basically one man's dream. So basically that was one man's dream, but narrated by Bob Iger.
I forgot that we were there to see the animatronic because I was just so into the history video.
It's a beautiful
that we
video.
were watching. That when the curtain started to go up, I was like, "Oh yeah, the animatronic!" And then that was it was just really cool.
Yeah,
it was a really cool animatronic.
everybody, pictures don't do it justice.
No.
I agree with that. We're seeing it in person. It really does look great.
Yeah.
It was also really cool to me to watch one man stream about Disneyland in Disneyland. That was really neat. And then to see the references to Florida after watching it in Florida, I liked that. So Paint the Night is going to happen in about an hour. So we're trying to take advantage of that with what we want to do tonight. So we decided we're going to go to do the Fantasyland dark rides. We haven't even walked through the castle yet, so we are doing that. This is what people going to Walt Disney World when they would put the dream lights on the castle with a crane for a couple months must have felt like.
The colors for the 70s.
Oh yeah, no, it's beautiful. But the snow on the castle turrets. I don't know. So we are going to do some dark rides. Most of them are like 10-minute waits back here. I think that's our priority right now. And then we'll try to do Indiana Jones and Space Mountain and maybe Tiana's. So there's Snow White, Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Mr. Toad, and Alice in Wonderland. And we're getting in line for Pinocchio's Daring Journey. I've been waiting for a few minutes, so we should be getting on this very soon. And then maybe we'll do Snow White after this. This is going to be our little ride vehicle here with Jiminy Cricket on it. Hooray! We're riding Pinocchio's Daring Journey.
Hi, so pain or watch a movie, diamond chain. Hi, silly do. You sleep so
Peace will be your new home.
It's always a cool thing.
Oh. Hey, this one!
Pinocchio's home!
Yay! So we just got off of Pinocchio's Daring Journey, and now we're going over to Snow White. This might have a slightly longer wait. I only waited like 5 minutes for Pinocchio's. This is a 15-minute wait. We're still trying to figure out our plans for Paint the Night. So there are 2 parades at 8:30 and 10:30. We generally go to the second parade for parades at Disney theme parks, so we'll probably do that. Look at all that money down there.
$5 bills.
Yeah. If we do ride Peter Pan's flight, it would probably be the very end of the night. So our priorities are Indiana Jones and Space Mountain, and then also just riding all of the, but I think it's supposed to be grumpy. It's like a Spanish safety spiel for this. And we want to do the dark rides, definitely. We love those. Wait for it. That only took about 10 minutes.
To take care of Snow White.
Hi-ho, it's on to my bingo.
come around the corner too. So now, maybe Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, or Alice, or maybe should we get dinner now? I advocated for riding the merry-go-round last time, and we did it, and I'm happy about that. Let's do it. It's a 20-minute wait for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So I have a memory of waiting in this line somewhere around here, back when they had paper fast passes, and a couple, I don't know if you remember this, they gave us their paper fast passes that they weren't going to use, and that was the magic of paper fast passes back in the day. There's the load area, right there. Another memory that I have. Sorry. Is sitting in this Mr. Toad's car with my brand new G7X Mark II camera that I brought to Disneyland the second time that we came, and you dropped it, and it scratched the screen. So we put a name of order where we're going to have dinner, which is the Red Rose Tavern, and then we'll go ride Alice in Wonderland. And I also don't think that I've ever watched the source material for this ride either, but here we are.
To ensure a safe and glorious drive in your car, remain firmly seated, hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Watch your children, and do try to drive more carefully than told. Ta-ta.
This is also a ride that we had in Magic Kingdom, but I don't remember riding that.
Here we go.
Have I ever gotten to drive?
No, because you're always filming.
You always drive, it's no fair.
You're always filming.
Whoa! You drove on Autopia too.
And you filmed.
Whoa! Yay! I have no idea what happened in that ride, but it was still fun. So we got off of Toad, and we're going to the Red Rose Tavern, which is right next to Pinocchio's Daring Journey, so it just makes sense. So we have eaten at the Red Rose Tavern before, but then we've also eaten at Tiana's Palace, whatever that was before it was Tiana's Palace. And this is the restaurant themed to Beauty and the Beast. I'm pretty sure that we sat over here last time. This is beautiful. I think that Brennan found a table over here. There's a painting of Gaston on the wall. So Brennan did get a table over in the corner. Hi!
Hey.
And this is the food that we got. This is the butternut squash flatbread topped with garlic miso sauce and fried sage. And then, what was this? This is the Burger Fantasyland Fair Fold. Flour tortilla served with seasoned ground beef, hash browns, cheese, white cheese sauce, and burger sauce.
Fair fold.
So it's not technically a burger, right?
It's a
Because
fold.
we didn't have enough of those this trip. And then we got a huge Powerade, which Disneyland has large drinks, which I'm happy about that. And then for dessert, we got the s'mores butter cake sundae. So we just came out of Red Rose Tavern and the parade has started. We're walking over to Indiana Jones to try to do that while the parade's going on, but it is very busy over here. We've still never explored Galaxy's Edge here at Disneyland. I can hear Big Thunder Mountain testing. I was hoping it would be open while we were here, but it's not. We've ridden this every time that we come to Disneyland, so it's okay that we're not riding it this time. We're trying to make it around the entire park though, while Pick the Night's happening before it ends. This is where we get on to the Columbia earlier. Forgot the Fantasmic was happening tonight too, so we have to try to navigate the Fantasmic crowds and the Paint the Night crowds. So we're turning here by the treehouse to go over to Indiana Jones. Fantasmic's in about 15 minutes. The idea was to try to do this while everyone else was watching Paint the Night and Fantasmic, but it is busy. That's Jungle Cruise, and we've made it over to Indiana Jones. It's a 45-minute wait. This might be the first time that we've waited in standby for Indiana Jones. We usually get Fast Pass or Lightning Lane. I don't remember waiting in this portion of the queue. It is really cool though, like right in front of the temple. And I'm trying to not trip over any of these ropes. Fortunately, from what I remember, the merge point is just right before the temple. It's only been about 15 minutes. We'll beat it through this entire queue. We're about to head into the temple. That's Jungle Cruise over there. Yay, we're going into the temple. And now for the incredibly long walk. Go underneath the train station. See where the line actually stops. This is one of the coolest queues. I had to switch out my camera batteries. I've been blowing through them. Half the wait time is just walking through this incredibly detailed queue. Which we're not going to get this in Animal Kingdom. We want to get our Indiana Jones ride. I feel like the queue stopped a little bit prematurely. There's still so much line to go. In the past, we were just blown through this queue. We are moving though, so that's good. This is like the main load room before the pre-show when we go to the ride vehicles. So from here we're going to go to Space Mountain and see if we can ride a single rider there. Cool, how did we get this lucky? Anyway, all the way down to the end of the queue.
Once you have entered the Chamber of Destiny, look not into the eyes of the idol. That would be dangerous. Very dangerous.
This is the pre-show room here. We're waiting.
Welcome, my friends, to the Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Okay, we're walking through the rest of the queue. Through the ride. So that took 25 minutes to make the door platform. Indiana Jones.
Hello, my friend. The prince may be needing a little adjustment. You have chosen right. This path leads to timeless youth and beauty. My eyes. Your path now leads to the gates of doom. Swerve left! Up to the left! Oh! You had to look, didn't you?
Fantasmic finale from the other side. Of course, it's going to take 10 minutes to walk back to Disneyland from here. Don't you agree, though, that getting this at Animal Kingdom will actually be incredibly cool? Right? It has been cool to see the stuff that we're going to be getting, like the Walt Disney animatronic, and then this ride. You can hear the music, it is almost to the finale. There's Jungle Cruise. Did not ride Jungle Cruise this time. I sort of doubt it, but could we go up the treehouse? There's no Fantasmic Dragon. Woo! Okay, we saw Fantasmic, and now we are running over to Tomorrowland. So I don't know if Space Mountain has a single rider, but that's what we're hoping that we'll be able to do. We really barely spent any time at all in Adventureland, definitely. We would have been caught up in this crowd anyway if we had taken 5 more minutes on Indiana Jones, so that was really pleasant. Just getting to watch the finale of Fantasmic. I do miss the dragon, so there might be a fireworks show, but I think we're still going to go to Space Mountain. This is absolutely packed with people waiting for the fireworks, so we are able to cross the streets. There's the castle. Woo! I guess the fireworks are starting right now. Wow, this works out pretty great. We're just naturally walking into Tomorrowland anyway. This was a little bit stressful, but that's Disneyland, I guess. This is the Halloween fireworks show, I guess.
Tricks and treats.
Look how busy it is back over here, even while the fireworks are happening. Fireworks at Disneyland! We've never seen fireworks at Disneyland. No, we haven't. No, I don't think we ever have. I think they've always been canceled. Is that true? Maybe you're right. We saw the fireworks. So we are heading back over to Fantasyland, and the reason for that is that Space Mountain is currently closed. So we're heading past Autopia and submarine voyage around Matterhorn, and we're going to see what the wait times look like over here for either the Teacups or Alice. The plan is to ride something over here and then get a spot for Paint the Night. We're just trying to get through all of these people. This is the line for Matterhorn, and Alice is over there. This is like impossible to get over here. Can't really tell if Alice is running. The Teacups are. So apparently a lot of the rides, the dark rides, specifically close for the fireworks and the parade, so Alice is closed, so we're doing the Teacups. So we should be able to get a spot for the parade anywhere along the route here. Alright, after a bit of a delay, we are finally getting onto the Teacups. We're finally riding the Teacups at Disneyland, Brennan! Yay! Woohoo! We have 15 minutes until the parade starts, so we have to try to get a good spot, or at least a spot. There's a projection on it. It's Small World. That's always pretty cool what they do for like the holiday time of year. Beep beep. Okay, we're getting off of the Teacups and getting our spot for Paint the Night. That ended up taking like 20 minutes. This is the projection show on Small World. Let's try to find a spot somewhere here. Night is starting in like 5 minutes, and I thought it was going to go this way from It's Small World back down Main Street, but apparently they flipped the orientation, so it's starting at Main Street and ending over here. So Brennan wants to stay here and have our spot, but I'm gonna go try to ride.
Good evening, everyone.
Be smart
In just a few minutes, Mickey Mouse will set his imagination free when the Disney Paint the Night Parade comes to life with its dazzling imagery and wondrous magic.
Is this stupid? Maybe. So the line does not look that bad, so I'm getting in line. I'm watching a Disneyland live stream on YouTube, so I know when the parade's coming, so I think I'm going to be good. Paint the Night has stepped off, but it's all the way down Main Street.
Look at the white rabbit. Wow. See if we all stand.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit! Wait! Please! He went this way. No, that way. I need a very important date. I'd like to say hello, goodnight, and later. I'll get to in the morning, golden afternoon. There are musical things on the they're beads! Is this curious?
This way, I'm not sure where I am either.
Wait! Don't go
Oh, by the way, he went this way.
The white horse is by mistake.
And she likes a red.
Oh man.
She's all white instead.
You should race a horse.
We're not marching around.
And he's a horse.
Could he lose his head?
Your Royal Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, and the King.
Shall we play croquet?
Rule 42, the Queen always wins. Ah! With their head! Off their head! Stop this!
This is definitely different, burning this at night. Brennan's way over there somewhere. That's weird. I prefer riding it during the daytime, even though it's a dark ride. But I still got to ride it. Paint the Night should be coming down the street any minute. It was really scary. I was just watching the live stream of Paint the Night slowly making its way towards me, all in line for a ride. And now to find Brennan, who should be sitting right over here. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
I made it.
Sorry, I doubted you.
Thank you for holding our spine.
Must have been
We have a good
safe,
spine.
just in case.
You remember this music, Brennan?
Keep your hands up when you join
are leaving Disneyland. The park is closed. It is after 11 o'clock at night. We did not get to ride Space Mountain or Peter Pan's Flight or Tiana's.
Hey, but I fell getting up.
Yeah, Brennan's foot fell asleep and she just fell straight forward.
My foot was asleep, but I didn't realize that it went all the way up to my knee. So when I went to stand on it, it just collapsed like baked or like cooked spaghetti.
Paint the Night. It just takes it out of you, doesn't it?
I had the best time watching it though.
Remember when I almost missed Paint the Night because I was determined to ride Alice? And I did. That was probably the best parade spot we've gotten at Disneyland before. There was nobody else around us. Nobody put their iPad on your head.
I was just about to say, we got to sit like we did the last time, except there was no lady resting her iPad on top of my head the whole time.
We sat right over here in Main Street, and some lady just put her iPad on Brennan's head during Paint the Night.
The whole parade, she just rested it on top of my head like I was a tripod.
We wanted to say goodnight to the castle because we really did not spend that much time over here. We didn't do the walkthrough, which I like doing that, but we did do that last time. Happy Halloween from Disneyland, and a Merry Christmas too, apparently. There are all these jack-o'-lanterns over by the partner statue corresponding to the different lands. There's Tiana for Bayou Country, Woody for Frontierland, Jack Skellington for New Orleans Square, Jose for Adventureland, Buzz Lightyear for Tomorrowland, Roger Rabbit for Toontown, and Tinkerbell for Fantasyland. We were both exhausted, walking down Main Street one last time, back to the hotel. We took some selfies back by the castle, and we'll try to get a couple up here by the big Mickey Jack-o'-lantern too. There are these magic windows over here by the Emporium. There's Tiana, Buzz and Woody, and then Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps. This is pretty cool. Over here's Moana and Maui. There's Olaf and Elsa. And over here's Aladdin and Abu and the genie. Say goodnight to Walt, Brennan.
Sleep tight.
And say goodnight to the Walt over there too.
Good night, Walt, over there too.
Alright, we got our selfies with the jack-o'-lantern and we are heading out of Disneyland. It'll be about midnight by the time that we make it back to the hotel. But what a day at Disneyland today. We went to Disneyland during Halloween. Here's the train. And we saw Paint the Night again on the 70th anniversary of Disneyland after coming here for the 60th anniversary. One last look at California Adventure and Disneyland. Goodbye!
Sorry, I was yawning. Bye!
Today was like a 14-hour day at Disneyland. And even without multi-pass or fast pass, we still did do a good amount. We obviously did not do everything, but we prioritized what we did want to do, and we did most of it, and we even did some stuff that we didn't think that we were going to do, like Fantasmic and watching the fireworks. We're walking through the pickup and drop-off area now, and a few minutes later, we're back at the Castle Inn Suites, and we are ready to go to bed. So before I forget, sorry Starlight, Paint the Night is still the perfect nighttime parade.
Yeah, it is.
So we're going to bed. Today was a very long day, but it was fun. We went back to Disneyland, we rode so many rides, and we had some good food, and we saw Paint the Night again, and the fireworks, and Fantasmic. It was a great Disney day.
Paint the Night was the best part.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Bye!
We're checking out and going to Hollywood.